this present moment. Dantian Energy Presents is just a moment to get together and honor the present moment. Each Dantian Energy Present consists of a brief introduction, which is a warm-up, then a topic of discussion, then a guided meditation, and then finally some parting wisdom. Each Dantian Energy Presents consists of roughly about 20 minutes. So let's go ahead and get started with today's Tune In and Tune Up, which is any form of expressive movement you may like. Call it dancing, shaking, tapping, whatever works best for you. I'll reintroduce today's topic of discussion, do. May I allow do? May I appreciate do? And finally, may I let go of do? Now, a moment to set an intention and a moment of stillness. An intention is a dedication or purpose for your practice. May we offer this also wise reminder: the real meditation is how you live your life. Some words, John Kabat-Zinn. Do is the topic of today. So what is do? Well, do, or to do, the definition is to perform an action. So when we do, we are performing an action. Another meaning for do is to achieve or complete. So when we have done something perhaps, or something to be due, then we have achieved or completed. Much love to you. Another definition or meaning of do is to create a question. So something like, do you know, or do you think, or whatever, do you something. That is a powerful mechanism of do. It can create a question. And lastly, do can refer to a previous verb. So it could be like, I jog, it's like I do, or jogging is what I like to do, or something along those lines. It can refer to a previous verb in a sentence. Why? Well, for one, do is real. It is something that is grounded. It is a part and a bit of our reality. So that becomes pretty operative in our living. And do also provides insight. And what I mean by this is we look into the nature of reality and see it for as it truly is. To kind of elaborate a little further, think of all of the doing in all of the world. Think of all the actions, all of the performances, all of the do's in all of the reality that is occurring right now. It really starts to begin to illustrate the vastness of it all. And then also, furthermore, is that doing is constantly changing. It's impermanent. There is no permanent do. No matter what I do, it has a beginning and an end. So, do very nicely illustrates some insight into reality. And lastly, do can help us gain understanding. And in that, I mean particularly humbleness, and to place ourselves in a perspective other than our own, so that we can gain knowledge and power, all for doing. Lovely. So how do we learn more about do? A great starting point is observation and openness. Simply being open to reality as it is. Perhaps adding the additional component of observation. And from there, we can begin to investigate with a sense of curiosity. So we take whatever we perceive or arises in our open realities, and then we can begin to investigate with curiosity. And lastly and importantly, we can practice and play doing. And I think these words are important because, we can do whatever, and we can do work, and we can do whatever we have to do. But approaching doing with a sense of practice and play, a little bit of joyfulness and, reservation, is not only research supports one of the best ways to learn new tasks, but also adds a sense of enjoyment throughout the entirety of the process. To learn and not to do is really not to learn. To know and not to do is really not to know. That is a pretty... I like this quote. It's a quote I enjoy by Stephen R. Covey, who's the author of 7 Habits of a bunch of different things. Lovely. So let's go ahead and get settled in to our doing meditation. So find yourself into a comfortable meditative position, whatever that means for you. Your position or posture of meditation may be the center of your meditation. And we'll first begin by attending to the senses, seeing the world around us, allowing whatever is in our visual field. Next, hearing the sounds of our reality, all of the sounds of all of the distances. Next, touching, feeling, sense of touch, and textiles on our skin, perhaps point of contact, warmth. Now, smelling as many smells as we can smell. Accepting, allowing and appreciating if we can smell nothing at all. And next, tasting, allowing, accepting, and appreciating whatever we are tasting in our mouth in this very moment. Next, attending to our proprioception, our sense and orientation in space. Feeling. And next, our interoception, our inner sense. And as we continue to turn inward, now may be a good opportunity to gently close your eyes, or perhaps find a gentle, fixed gaze. And we'll next begin with a foundation of the breath. Simply breathing, attending to the breath, allowing the experience of breathing. No right way to breathe, no wrong way to breathe. Simply breathing. When our mind wanders, gently guiding it back to the simply the experience. Breathing. Now perhaps noticing wherever you feel the breath the most. Tuning into that area. And then perhaps seeing if you can feel more areas of breath the head, the chest, the belly. Soft, gentle belly breathing. Next, feeling the wholeness of breath, the in breath, the out breath. Perhaps a moment of stillness, breathing at your own pace. Good. Now, let us introduce to our conscious awareness, do for you. There is no right do or wrong do, no right doing or wrong doing. Simply introducing into conscious awareness, doing for you. Nice. And now let's gently guide our attention back into the breath and the experience of breathing. Let's continue to expand our conscious awareness from our breath to our bodies and throughout our bodies, perhaps starting with a brief body scan, beginning with the top of our head, to our forehead, to our brows, and our eyes, and our cheeks, feeling our teeth and our tongue and our jaw, the upper neck, middle neck, lower neck, feeling our shoulders, to our upper arms, elbows, forearms, all the way down to our hands, and all the way out through our fingertips. Feeling the energy flowing back up all the way up to our shoulders, to our upper back and chest, mid back, ribs, lower back, belly, points of contact, upper legs, knees, lower leg, feet, all the way through the toes. Now, feeling as much as you are able from your head all the way to your toes. And if we are experiencing any areas of particular sensation, turning towards those areas now, then allow it, and accept it, and an appreciation. Now, directing our attention to an area in our body we are feeling nothing at all. So we'll continue to expand our conscious awareness from an awareness of our body and its physical sensation to awareness of all of our feelings and experiences as a whole, all of our perceptions and complexity of being, allowing, accepting, and appreciating the totality of that for us right now. Now, I would like you to reintroduce into conscious awareness doing for you. And this time, I would like you to feel doing. I would like you to feel, do, feel to, do, feel through, do, feel the feelings of do, doing for you, doing that is true, all the feelings of do for you. Yeah. And now, perhaps noticing how our feelings have changed from one moment to the next, and how that has influenced our conscious reality. Next, let's engage with mind. Reading mind as an old friend, let us observe any and all characteristics of mind we may be able. Perhaps any speed of mind, any weight of mind, any movement of mind, any warmth of mind, any all things observable of mind. How do we observe mind? Now, using mind, I would like you to bring to mind, in the greatest detail imaginable, do or doing for you. Imagining all the details of mind, creating all the intricacies of doing, visualizing all of the doing. All of the doing for you in its greatest detail. And we can start with that doing for you and continue and begin to expand to all of the doing in all of the universe. All of the doing in all of the universe. Infinite, complex, and interconnected, and unified under a one true nature of do. And now, just as we have brought do to conscious awareness a few times, let us now let do fade to nothing. Do to nothing. To nothing. We'll begin wrapping up this practice with a loving kindness. Let's first begin warming up our loving kindness engines by bringing to conscious awareness an object we connect with very easily and offering it loving kindness. Loving kindness, the personal expression in any way, shape, or form. Good. And let's next bring ourselves into conscious awareness, showering ourselves inside and out with loving kindness. And now, bringing to conscious awareness someone who has helped you recently and offering them loving kindness. And now, bringing to conscious awareness an individual or situation you know is having difficulty or challenge, and offering them loving kindness. And now, bringing to conscious awareness someone you connect with very deeply and very profoundly, and offering them loving kindness. And finally, giving yourself the gratitude challenge, bringing to conscious awareness an individual who has influenced your life in a way but you would not else otherwise take a moment to offer loving kindness. Good. As we begin to conclude this practice, may we remind ourselves that a plethora of experiences may have arisen throughout the totality of this session and all of the experiences in life. May we continue to turn towards those and all situations with an allowance, an acceptance, and an appreciation, and a due diligence to see life as it is. And returning our conscious awareness to our surrounding, in our bodies, in our spaces, in our mind, in our breath. May we thank ourselves for honoring ourselves in the present moment. Thank you. And now, for some parting wisdom. Imoko Teshu, a young student of Zen, visited one master after another. He called upon Dukon of Shokoku. Desiring to show his attainment, he said, "The mind, Buddha, and sentient beings after all do not exist. The true nature of phenomena is emptiness. There is no realization, no delusion, no sage, no mediocrity. This is no giving and nothing to be received." I thought he was pretty wise there. Dukon, who was smoking quietly, said nothing. Suddenly, he whacked Yokomo with his bamboo pipe. This made the youth very quite angry. "If nothing exists," inquired Dokugon, "where did this anger come from?" Oh. Good. Lovely. So thank you all for once again tuning in to Dantian Energy Presents. We meet Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7:30. If you got anything out of this, think about liking, commenting, or sharing. My goal, our goal, is to connect with as many people as humanly possible. Literally anything you do helps towards that goal, and it is a beautiful thing and appreciated. So thank you. Again, and always, much love and appreciation. Best ventures until next time. Take it easy. Adios.